Hi everyone. So in this video, I'm going to be unboxing some oil pastels that I got from Artecho from Amazon. And I've never used oil pastels before, but I've watched a few videos and I'm very interested in trying these out with coloring books and other projects. So I got these off Amazon. They were also an Amazon choice. They're very popular. And I went ahead and got the large set for $35. It was 10% off. I'm sure it will probably Black Friday sales go even more off. And I do have Artecho acrylic pens that I really like. So it looks like a very good company with discounts. And now I do have water soluble crayons that I got from Caran d'Ache, but I wanted to get a set of crayons. I wasn't sure if I would use these or not. So I didn't want to go and get an expensive set if they just ended up sitting on my shelf. And so this I felt was a very good deal. 120 oil pastels. And let's see how they go. So I've just received it. So I'm just opening it now. Yeah, I'm looking forward to, they're very kind of thick like crayons, but also much smoother than crayons. So you kind of get like a acrylic paint. You can get an acrylic painting kind of look at the end of it, which I like. Very smooth. And I'm going to try some different tools. I see people use different things for blurring them together. They can use your finger, or you can use other tools. So I'm going to try different things. Let me see. It's open. And sometimes I find just getting the largest set is the best way to go, because I think I'll really like it. So many other people use it. I think it's going to be something that I'll use. And they have all the colors in the back of the box here. I just find it, because if you get a small set and then you really like it, and then you end up getting the big set anyways, and then you've got two sets that you just and then you have doubling up of everything. So it's a good product that so many people like, and you're probably going to like it too. And so go ahead. I just went ahead and got the largest set, 120. Yeah, so that they give you a color chart with all the colors all swatched on it. And they give you a swatch sheet, just like with color pencils. That's great. And it's laminated on one side. It's got a glossy finish on the other side, but they put the for you to swatch on the regular paper side, which is good, what you need. Very well packaged for a discounted product. I think it's a great deal. A little cushioning there. And there are the beautiful crayons. I would call them crayons, but I guess they're called pastels. And they've got little ribbons here on the side for you to lift it up. It's very Caran d'Ache-like, actually. It reminds me of Caran d'Ache. You get little ribbons on the side, you lift it up there. And another cushion underneath. Very well packaged here. Very well packaged. And then you have another one, and again with the ribbons on the side so you can lift it out. So you've got two sets of, two levels of crayons here. I'm just going to leave that in the box. So you can lift them both out. Look gorgeous. And so here you can see you have the pinks and earthy reds, and then reds and yellows, oranges, and then goes into the greens. A lot of greens, which is great for all the grass and trees. And lots of beautiful blues, as well as purples, some neon colors at the end, whites, grays. You've got them all. Fantastic. All right, so I'm going to test these out on my coloring page. See how it goes. I've got my jewelry box by Hannah Carzone, which I have a lot of work left to do. I might swatch them too. But first, let me just try it. I want to try it. We're going to jump right in and try it in a coloring book. That's just how I am sometimes. I just want to dive in, but I'm just going to do it on the main page here, the title page. I started a long time ago. I colored in this lion, but I didn't really do much else with it. So I thought, I've got all this extra space back here. I could try just coloring in around him. Now I haven't swatched the colors yet, so I'm going to be just eyeballing different shades. I want to get him sitting in a throne, I think. So I'm just going to take a red, and I'm going to make a throne, make a red cushion behind him, and start with that. Very smooth. Again, it's going to be blended together. It's just a matter of filling it in. It's going to be like the back here. Yeah, maybe around the edges. I'm going to use a brownish color. And maybe a lighter color, sort of orangey, pinkish, or a salmon kind of color. I'm sort of blending it a little bit together now already with this, putting another color on top of the other colors. All right, so I'm going to stop there, and I'm going to see about what to use to blend it. Now, a lot of people just use their finger. I wanted to try to avoid that. I didn't really want it because then I'll have all these different colors and have to constantly wash my hands. So I've got a stump here, and I've wiped it off so I don't get any pencil. And I'm just going to use that to smooth it out. Oh yes, smooths very well with a stump. Blends beautifully together. Very easy. Not much pressure at all. So you can already see what a difference that makes. Very bright, thick coverage. Very saturated colors as well. Very nice. Not clumpy at all. There are no clumps in this. It's very smooth. And I'm sort of pushing it into the little sections of the lion here where I want the red to sort of go in around his fur. I'm pushing it in a little bit. It pushes very easily. It's like a very soft kind of Prismacolor, you know, so you can move it around a little bit and push it here and there. And it moves around for you. Very nice. You get really creative with these with your backgrounds for sure. I mean, you can just do about anything, I think. All right, so now for background of... That's like the cushion behind his head of his chair. He's sitting on a throne, right? He's king of the jungle here. Now I think I will take like a brownish color. Or brown. It's a dark brown, it looks like. They said the name is... Oh yeah, Van Dyke Brown. Okay, so there are names on these, so I should be paying attention to that as well. There are names. Van Dyke Brown. And the red I used is called Crimson. It's Crimson Red. So I'm going to go around the brown with another Crimson Red. So the stump works really well, for sure. Recommend that. As your finger. Now I have this other tool I gotten to use with my masking fluid, with my watercolor, to put masking fluid down. I want to try this and see if this smudged or smoothed out the oil pastels as well. So I'm going to try this now. See how this, okay. Yeah, well, it smudges it a little bit, but not so much. It's not smudging it as well. It's not moving it as well. It is all over there now. It's all dirty now, but it's not really moving it around. It's too rubbery and soft, I think. You need something firmer. So that's not going to work. Now, I also have this tool that I've used with my graphite and other... I'm going to try this one and see if this smudges, how well this will smudge. It's not really smudging so well. Okay, this does not work so well. It's a little bit, just smudging it a little bit, but very difficult. I don't recommend this. I think I'm just going to be using the stump or my finger for blending it. So back to my stump again, and let's see how this looks. Now it might just be I don't have that much pencil down this time, but now this works much better. Okay. Yeah, this blends it beautifully, so I'm definitely going to stick to these little stumps, paper stumps, blending stumps. And it's great because they really stay where you put it down. I mean, they do blend together and it can blur out a little bit, but they don't blur too much, so you don't have to worry about the colors moving around too much and losing your lines or... Alright, so now I'm going to try a little bit on top of the red. The red's very bright, so I want to tone it down a little bit. I'm going to put some chestnut on top of it, chestnut brown. Just brown it down a little bit. Like this, to make it a little more shaded looking. And then on the outside here, to make a highlight on the cushion, I'm using a lighter pink color. I can't even read it. Lotus pink it's called. So on the lotus pink, I'm just going to make the cushion right there on the outside sort of stand out. So putting some highlights and lowlights in here. And I see how these blend together. Okay, the chestnut's blending in very well. Blending stumps, they just blends. Those lines disappear and blends right in. And then on the white parts, I'm going to, oops, I still have color on there, but be careful. There's a clean area here, and it's going to go over the white line there, sort of blend it a little bit. There we go. Okay, so it is looking a little better there. Back to... You can see it's like covering the print there very well. I mean, you can still see it, but it does cover it. Those black lines. Alright, so I want to make a gold throne. So I'm going to take a yellowish color. Not too yellow. More of a raw sienna. Okay, so I've got a raw sienna here. So I'm going to put two sides here. I don't even know how this is going to come out. This doesn't come out well. Well, I tried. I've never tried this before. I put little circles here, or ovals on top. This is the only thing I could think of with a lion. I said, what can I do here? I'd make him doorway. I was thinking of making it a door, but I thought, nah, I think I'd try something else. Try a throne. I thought that'd be more interesting. Okay. Okay, so it's cleaning it off a little bit. I get into the yellow because I'm going to a lighter color. Okay, so I've cleaned it off, so now I'm going over it here. It blends perfectly there. Now I'm going to use red brick. I'm going to have the lion wearing a little robe here. So he's going to be having a body here. Yeah, a humanish kind of body. Sort of the, I know, the covering that a king would wear, sort of around his shoulders. And then some raw sienna again here. Gold. All right. Okay, so blend that in. Put one more in here. Getting the tight spots is the tricky thing. There's another tool I saw someone use in an Artecho video. We're getting little details in, which I'm going to try in a little bit. This will work perfectly for large backgrounds, big spaces you want to fill in. For sure. Add a little more red here. And you can easily put one color on top of another color, so it can get smudged quite a bit. You be careful when you blend it. You put multiple layers on there. Yeah, I've got a little bit of a throne there, I think, coming together. I think I will put him in a reddish robe. I've got a cherry color here, so I'm going to have him in this reddish robe. He's going to have some brown paws in there, so I want to take a light brown color. I have some, this is just plain brown, so I'm going to give him some paws here. And they're just going to look like little circles right now. And I'm going to put some in his mane too. I want it to match. So I'm going to add it on. So I'm putting this now on top of the colored pencil that I already used. I think I used Prismacolor when I colored this. So I'm going over the color pencil with the oil pastel, and it goes right on top of the color pencil without a problem. And then I'm going to, this is going to be his red robe he's wearing. I'm just going to keep it kind of plain at this point. I'm not going to get too detailed down here. Just going to make it cherry red color. I'm just losing everything around here. Okay, I'll do his paws there. I'm going to lighten those. I'll put some highlights on those in a minute. I'm putting some details. And we're going to fill up his cherry red robe here. Smooth that out. Again, I can put multiple layers to just the first layer I'm putting on. It does look looking a little blotchy right now, but I think that with another layer it would smooth right out. I didn't put too much, I sort of possibly should have put more color on there, so I'll probably add some more color on top of it. Let's try this a little bit more. So I'm going to get the cherry red out again. I'm going to put another layer on there. It sticks very well to the coloring book paper. I should use my finger. Okay, if I use my finger, watch it with the nails. The nails will scratch it. So you can easily smudge that back over again. Now it's a little easier with the finger. I guess let's see, some areas, but I think the blending stump works better than a finger. It's a little firmer with the blending stump. I can press a little harder. I can't press too far down with the finger. Or too hard down, I should say. Yeah, press that hard. I'm putting a lot of pressure down now because I'm pressing really hard there. Okay, so I'm gonna stop there. So now I'm gonna go back and see what kind of details I can do here. So I've got the raw sienna again. I'm gonna try adding a little line here around his what's covering here, his wrap. I'm putting that in there. And on his paws a little bit, I'm going to make it a little lighter on top. Give it a little shading, and then I'm going to put the darker brown that I have here, the dark umber, the Van Dyke brown. I'm just going to put little lines for his toes. Like that. And I've got a white here. I'm gonna try this white out. Put little, oh yeah, see that? So you can put like little dots on top of it to give it details. Look like it's little pieces of jewelry or something. But it does work well. You put them on top of each other. Easy to layer. Okay, and I'm going to I'm having fun with these. These are fun, I'd say. Let me see, I'm going to try this color here. This is watermelon red. And I'm going to try just making it a little lighter on the top so it sort of looks... There's some kind of lines going down, so some... See, that helps make it look a little more... Just some highlights. And yeah, I'm just making this up as I go along. I think that's the fun of this, is you can sort of play around with it. This one's chestnut, and I'm thinking around here. Okay, so under the paws here, his robe here. I want to have it sort of going around his... They're hanging down, like these long sleeves hanging down there. That's what I'm attempting to make it look like anyways. I need more practice, obviously, to do this kind of drawing, but I think, oh, and I want to. Also, I put the brown here on top of his mane, so I'm going to blend that out. Around his nose and around his face. Yeah, so these oil pastels go right on top of color pencil, no problem. Blend right in there. Adding a little bit of this sepia brown now. I got a really dark sepia brown. I got some shading back here underneath his mane. I put some shading in here. Yeah, you could really get more and more detailed with this. I think these are a lot of fun, and they are very thick. I can probably put a good about 3 or 4 layers here on top of each other. So you get a layer, and it does get, when you do a good job, if you get used to them, you get very good painterly results. I'll put some lines here with the brown color, and I'm just going to put some lines in here. Give a little decoration to the throne, so it's not just plain. I think not bad for my first time with oil pastels. My very first time using them. So I think that I'll use these more and more and get more comfortable with them. And that's basically what I was going for. I was going for Lion on his throne. And I'm going to add just a little more. I'm going to stop after this. I can go for light yellow here. I'm going to put some yellow here on the tips of his mane here. These colors are very bright and vivid. It looks fantastic. And so easy to use. So I recommend a blending stump with it for sure. Mixing the colors. And they're very cheap and easy to get. These blend beautifully. This is very, this looks like a painting when you're done. It really does, I think. Very thick, very pigmented. Yeah. So there you have it. So I hope you found this interesting. I'll be using these more. I think it's going to make great backgrounds, great sunsets. You can make wonderful clouds with these as well. The other effects. Alright, so I hope you found this interesting. Let's finish blending out his orange mane. Alright. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.